So it's the next day here in Catbot Island, and I'm kind of walking backwards because trying to block the wind from the mic, get better sound. And I'm hiking down to, there's like a harbor up over here. So there hopefully should be some of those nice, colorful Vietnamese boats, because Catbot Island is located real close to Ha Long Bay. And there's a lot of like houseboats and fishing boats and other things like that. So I'm also gonna try and take some pictures of the boats down there and maybe even find a composition for sunset tonight. It is a little bit cloudy, and where this spot's situated, it's on the western side, the eastern side, the southeastern side of the island. So the island might block the sun, so we might not get a good sunset, but I still might be able to get a blue hour shot or still get a decent composition down here. So I'm just gonna keep going and see what I can find. So yeah, we've got the bay behind me right here, and there is a bunch of cool looking boats. So I'm gonna get out my camera with my 70-200 lens and try and take some images. Now the light isn't the best, but still, it's a pretty interesting subject here. I'm shooting at f4, ISO 200, 1/640th of a second. So there's this kind of neat boat in the harbor. So I'm just making sure I focus right on the boat. I'm shooting at f4 because I don't care about the whole scene being sharp. I just want the boats being sharp. Kind of a little bit dull with the light, but still pretty interesting. This is simply spectacular views here. And so far, Catbot Island is really great. Food here is great, the people are pretty nice and friendly, and there's a lot of landscape photography opportunities, which is good. So this does kind of look like it might be a decent sunset spot. We have these islands right here, but unfortunately they kind of blend into this side. Oh, they blend into this side there, like these islands. So I want the separation. I don't want them to kind of go into the other part over here. I want them to just be out by themselves. So as I walk around here, it looks like they actually might break away, and that might be a good image for sunset tonight. And it's kind of on this nice little walkway too, so I have plenty of room to set up my tripod and my filters and all that. What I'm looking for is just anything of interest, which there's a lot of interest. We have these few boats here, as well as all the restaurants in the background, and then behind that is all these mountains and like islands in the background. So I am going to switch to the wide angle lens to kind of get just a wider field of view and kind of include more of this in the scene. Oh yeah, the wide angle is working out real well. I'm shooting at 1/500th of a second, f6.3, ISO 320, and it just gives me so much more reach for interesting compositions. So this was a pretty decent spot here. I got some pretty decent images. Now I'm gonna head back to where I thought I was gonna do the sunset, where I talked about earlier on that kind of pathway walk there. Because that kind of gives the overview of the bay with some of the islands, and it looks like some of them are actually catching light now. So we still have about 20 to 30 minutes until sunset. So I'm gonna try and hurry up there, get set up, and try and find a composition. So I made it up here to this viewpoint, and I have no idea what I want to shoot. Right now, well, there was light, but literally just now it went away. But yeah, there's this boat kind of out there in the ocean, which I might take an image of, but that won't really work for a sunset shot. Because if I do a long exposure and slow down the shutter speed, the boat moving in the water will cause it to blur. So yeah, I'm just gonna bring out my long lens again and try and take some images and see what I get. Yeah, really not getting anything, unfortunately, tonight. So just when I thought I gave up, I found another composition. As you can see, it's just looking right down this street here. And I'm putting on a 6-stop filter and a graduated filter so I can do a 30-second exposure. Because as the motorbikes go by on the street, I'm able to get the nice light trails. See, I'm just shooting at 30-second exposure, f8, ISO 100. And it's getting pretty dark, so I'm probably gonna take the 6-stop filter off here pretty soon. because I want it just to be enough light to kind of capture the scene before it's dark, but I kind of want the lights to come on in the town down there. So it's just waiting a little bit longer, and then I'll remove the 6-stop filter. Now this shot here is all about timing. I just gotta make sure I'm clicking the shutter when I'm seeing a motorbike come down the hill over there, because I wanna get the brake lights right in the front of the scene, or when I see them coming from the distance with their headlights on. But it's hard because I'm on a 5-second timer, because we're shooting with a long lens on this tripod, it can be a little bit wobbly. So I wanna make sure that it's a nice, sharp scene, so I have the 5-second timer, so it's all about getting the right timing. So that's all for today's video. So yeah, now I'm finally gonna go back and have some dinner because I'm starving. But it was a pretty good day of photography here. Got some nice shots of the boat down in the bay there, which were pretty nice. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.